Hey, crime fans!
Join us October 9th through 11th at
Crime Story Fest.
Crime Story Fest.
Crime Story Fest
At the Doubletree Hilton on Boston's North Shore, Danvers, Massachusetts location.
Crime Story Fest, all things crime and mystery festival.
Come visit us at Crime Story Fest.
What else you got going on? What, are you gonna watch another documentary on Netflix? Come on down to Crime Story Fest. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Meet some of your favorite podcasters, authors, experts. This October, Boston, be there.
Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight is the weekly True Crime and Chill. Mr. Beckham will be joining. This time he will be fashionably late per his usual. So we will see him when he decides to arrive, whenever that is. Other than that, happy Friday, y'all. It is finally the weekend. I don't know about you, but it has been busy. It has been busy. Here I am in Boston. It is snowing. We're getting a snowstorm. It's like on and off for the next several days. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's New England. So like it could have a like snowstorm today and then 80 degrees weather tomorrow. Who the heck knows? But either way, if y'all hear any snowplows on my street, I don't think the mic might pick it up, but it might depending on how loud they are. So if you hear scraping, that is what it is. You know, city officials doing their job. So just disclaimer on that. But before Beckham comes and we dive into this week's, current news, which, y'all, there's a lot. So as always, if you are not subscribed, please make sure to do so. All of my social media information is down below: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the merch store, the Buy Me a Coffee, so on and so forth. Check that out. I will be doing a post in the next day or so, so stay tuned. Y'all know I have my group of podcast girls that I did CrimeCon with last year, and a bunch of us and some new friends are going this year. So our CrimeCon merch shirt or sweatshirt, whichever we decide to go with, or both, we are doing it this year where it's going to be available for anybody to purchase. Usually it's us CrimeCon girls in my group chat that get together and order it and then decide which day we're all going to wear it and, take photos in it. But we are making it open to everyone to purchase if you want. There are some amazing content creators that are part of my group chat. So love them all. And some you have seen already on this channel for interviews, and some you will be seeing very soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. I dropped like a lot today on the merch store. I was like, I need the tote bag. I need the t-shirt. I need the sweatshirt, so on and so forth. But anyway, so the Dandy After Dark logo will be on that. So keep an eye out. If you missed Mr. Beckham earlier this week, on Wednesday night, we did a show on Nancy Guthrie and kind of all of the updates that have been going on from Friday up until Wednesday, which there were a lot. So shout out to Mr. Beckham, who led that episode, did an excellent job in conveying everything that we know, which isn't a lot at this point, and kind of going over the different theories and the questions that all of us have. So tune into that if you did not see it. We will be doing a little bit of an update in regards to if anything new has happened since then, which there has been a little bit, but again, Nancy Guthrie is still missing. So stay tuned for when Beckham comes on and we will discuss that. But yeah, definitely go back and check that out. And again, shout out to Beckham, who actually was on time. I know, I did say that. You guys heard me. He was on time for that and did an excellent job. I have on the flip side, next week, next Tuesday night is book club. It is The Spider about Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. So tune in for that. I am just finishing up my notes. I think I have a couple of more pages to go through. So I'm really excited to go over that book with y'all. And again, if anybody else has read it and wants to come on camera, please feel free to do so. And that will be Tuesday night. Next Thursday, I do have an interview with one of my podcast girls. So stay tuned for that. I will be posting that, who it is, the social media, all of that fun stuff where you can find her podcast soon. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really, really excited to have another one of my podcast girlfriends on. I think that is it in regards to episodes. In regards to events, I will be at Beyond the Crime convention. That is in April, the weekend of April 11th. So tune in for that if you live in the area. And when I say tune in, meaning get yourself a ticket and come on down. So they did post my blurb on the Instagram page today, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so official. It's just, oh my gosh, I've been talking about this convention for so long, and now it's finally coming in less than 2 months. So that will be in Albuquerque, New Mexico in April. Last weekend in May will be Crime Con, which I will be at. Beckham will be at. So that will be very exciting to see him there. And Beckham in Vegas. Yeah, y'all are getting backstage content with him. I'm trust it will be good. He might not be happy with me, but it will be good. And then, yeah, in October, I've been doing the little commercial for it every show now leading up, Crime Story Fest. And that will be here in my home state. So if you are in this area or if you want to travel to this area, it means October. So Salem's right next door. Salem is right next door. So tune in for that. Again, the information is in the video that I played, but it is also available at the Crime Story Fest website. So another event opportunity. All right, before we jump in, let's see who's here, how everyone's doing, and we'll go for it. Tony Stewart, first one in the chat. Hi, Danny. I was catnapping. I want to give you a star for that, but I know you don't like stars. So I will just give you a virtual smile. James Watson, I was napping too. By watching a Bigfoot documentary, do you mean an old episode of Paul on the Paulcast? Is that what you're referring to, James Watson? I think so. Brian Hearn, I am in Hampton. Well, hello. Good for you. Are you doing anything fun there or just kind of hanging out? I was looking at the radar map and saw snow potential in your area. You know, I appreciate the stalking. I think it's very sincere / creepy. Just kidding. Yeah, no, this whole area is going to be getting, we were supposed to, do we got a cat? We do. We got Selena in here. It was supposed to, the warning was for starting at 10 a.m. and nothing came. And then 11 and there was nothing. In noon and there was nothing. In 1 there was no. It's all over the place, but it looks like we will get it. It's snowing now, but it's not really. It's just very light. But that could change in an instant. So I'm prepared. It's all I know. Don't stalk her weather weird. I'm gonna give you a star for that. That is so funny. Beckham was on fire, totally awake. I want to give a star for that, but no. I mean, he should just be on time in general. So stalking is my middle name. I know it is Tony Stewart, and that's one of the things I like about you. K-Dog, bunch of old people on here napping. You know what? Y'all, for real. what was it, like a month ago or something? It was like one of those times when I was like working like extra hours, like a lot of us were, crunch time, different times in the month, right, at work. And I was saying to one of my coworkers, I was like, you know what? When we were younger in like elementary school, all that kindergarten, all that fun stuff, I'm like, I did not truly appreciate nap time for what it was. I think you just have so much energy as a kid. You're just like, I don't want to nap. Like, I want to be outside. I want to play. I want to do X, Y, and Z. And now I'm like, excuse me, boss, I would love an hour nap. I would love a 2-hour nap. You know what? Can we just do a half day and I can go home? Like, yeah. Yeah. I did not appreciate it like I should have. Yet here we are. So, people are napping while on here. How I know. You know what? As long as you're tuned in and I get the view count, that's cool with me. That's cool with me. Let's see. Oh yeah, Selena. Yep, she made her appearance. Danny should give James Watson his potential stars now and take them away when he flounders. K-Dog. That's like a whole new element to the show. Yeah. Oh, that would be so much fun. I mean, if you're not going to plug your channel, who else is going to plug it for you, Napping when no Karen Reed today. No, the only thing, there was a headline that she still hasn't received her phone back, her cell phone, and it's been how many months since her acquittal? And that's it. So there you go. You're updated. Didn't need to go into it for 10 minutes. So done. Paulcast, just about to play in NHL with the boy. Be right back. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Actually, that's a lie. Hi. Let's see. I called one was motor to blow his horn when he drives by. Yeah. Is that guy Turtle Boy out of trouble? No opinion. Sorry, I just saw that. So Turtle Boy, so Aiden Carney. I don't know. He's still, as far as I'm aware, okay, multi-part. Some of his charges have been dropped. There are still some that he is still fighting in court. I don't fully know the status of that, to be fully honest. I was never as caught up in like the day-to-day of his charges where I was like with the Karen Reed trial, but I know he is still facing charges in regards to the Karen Reed trial, with the witness intimidation and things like that. So I think if you want more information on like his charges that are still outstanding that have not been dropped, because again, some have been dropped, definitely. I mean, he talks about it all the time on his show, and I'm sure you can also find it on his like social media, Facebook. Sometimes he has a Facebook account, sometimes he doesn't. Instagram, his YouTube channel as well. He posts, and he's most active on Twitter. I don't have Twitter. That's just what everybody says. So yeah, I've never had Twitter and I don't ever plan to, but I hear some things of what goes on Twitter. Mostly I hear that it's like a toxic cesspool, and I'm like, fair enough. I'm all set. Yes. All right. Yeah, you guys are talking sports. I have no interest in that. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in, and Beckham will join us when he can. So of course I'm scrolling through my notes and like, oh, which ones do I, because some are like very Beckham, All right, let's talk about tonight. We have not talked about him on this channel before, but this is one that I've been kind of very casually following. So Austin Thompson. So Austin Thompson has, as of this last week, been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And for those of you who have not followed this case or do not even know a thing about it and saying, Danny, who is Austin Thompson? Well, let me inform you. He is the North Carolina teenager who was convicted of the October 13th, 2022 murder of his brother and 4 neighbors. So at the time of the murders, he was only 15 years old. So flash forward to January 21st, 2026, and Austin pled guilty to 5 counts of first-degree murder, attempted murder, 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, and assault on a law enforcement officer in the stabbing and shooting spree that he did. So court documents say that Austin armed himself with a 22 caliber rifle from his home and shot his 16-year-old brother James in the head. So the brothers that day, everything had been kind of quote unquote normal. They returned home from school together and they played video games. So the thing is, his brother James initially survived the gunshot wound to the head. However, Austin then took a knife and stabbed his brother 57 times. Yes, 57 times. So James did ultimately succumb to his injuries. Prosecutors said that Austin then collected additional firearms and, quote, hundreds of rounds of ammunition of various calibers, end quote, from around the home. He changed from his school clothes into, quote, full camouflage gear, end quote, and packed a large backpack with pre-packaged food, water, knives, hunting face paint, toilet paper, clothes, fire starters, fishing hooks, and $700 in cash. And then he left his home. The next victims he came across, honestly, the rest of the victims I'm going to be saying, it's just victims of opportunity, wrong place, wrong time. So we start with Nicole Connors and Lynn Gardner, and they were neighbors. They were preparing to walk their dogs, and there is video evidence because, as you guys know, there is video cameras everywhere in the form of like Ring cameras, security cameras overlooking properties, so on and so forth. So the video evidence shows Austin crouching as he approached the women, and then he started shooting. Nicole Connors and her dog were killed. Lynn Gardner, she survived this attack. She was then able to describe the shooter as a young man in camouflage. Lynn had told law enforcement that she and Nicole had returned to their homes from an early birthday dinner and decided to take their dogs for a walk. She then described hearing a, quote, bang, 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 end quote, and hearing Nicole ask why they were being shot at. Lynn was hospitalized for 3 months and suffers from severe hearing loss and short-term memory from the shooting. And get this, a bullet fragment still remains near her heart, which she's not out of the clear. Like, you are not out of the clear with that. It's just, I can't even imagine, right? So that's not where it ends, though. Video footage captured Austin approaching a vehicle in a driveway, and that was where he fatally shot Gabriel Torres, who was a Raleigh police officer. He was literally in his car about to go to work. What happened and how he was discovered is even more horrific. So Jasmine Torres, so Gabriel's wife, she had returned home after picking up their 2-year-old daughter. She, again, was the one who came across her husband suffering from a gunshot wound in his car. She noticed that he was in his car, he was not coming out, and then noticed 2 bullet holes in the windshield of her husband's vehicle. By then, however, he'd already passed. So at court, when Austin was handed his sentence, family members of the shooting victims cried as the sentence was handed down. Austin, however, he did not speak. He did not publicly address the court. His attorneys have said that they plan to appeal his sentence. Again, he willingly pled guilty, but they do plan to appeal his sentence. That is his legal right to do so. So that does not surprise me. Superior Court Judge Paul Ridgway said during the sentence that Austin is, quote, the rare juvenile defendant whose crimes reflect irreparable corruption, end quote. According to court filings, Austin, now 18 years old, again, he chose to plead guilty to, quote, this is what it says, whether you believe it or not, take it with a grain of salt. Again, he pled guilty, quote, to save the community and the victims from as much additional infliction of trauma as possible and spare them a trial, end quote. What do you think? Do you think that is why he ultimately pled guilty? I don't buy it. I personally do not buy it. You don't do the actions that you do and then say, you know what, I'm going to plead guilty to, to try not to add additional trauma to the community. No, not buying it. Not buying it. So that was that. And if there is any updates in regards to Austin's, appeal of his sentence, I will keep you guys posted. But if there is even any update, something like that would take time. Yeah, it's just the whole thing is tragic, like absolutely tragic. And yeah, not much more to say about that. So again, that is the update in the Austin Thompson case. So let's see where you guys are in the chat. Still talking about, the Olympics. Yay, sports. Why don't I ever cover happy true crime stories? I mean, if you can find one, let me know, and I'm more than happy to do so. Oh, Mr. Jinx. He's like Beetlejuice. You say his name and then he just magically appears. Hey, Jinx, how you doing? I hope you are feeling better. Last time you were in the chat, you were sick, but still getting over being even worse sick. So I hope you're doing better, hon. All right. So the next update, Wolf had asked about this in a previous show recently, and I mentioned that we would be discussing it. There isn't really a lot to talk about, but it's been back in the headlines. So I at least wanted to, give it its due because this is something that we've been talking about for quite a while now. And that is Rex Heuermann in regards to the Gilgo Beach murders. So again, nothing happening right at this moment. However, it has been announced that his trial will be starting after Labor Day. So again, we are at the end of February, so we still have several more months to go, but his trial is supposed to begin then. The defense, in the meantime, is still trying to get evidence tossed out from the trial, but has not been successful as of yet. If anything like that does happen and something is tossed out, it will be something that we will certainly discuss and update. But as of yet, nothing that they're trying to get tossed has been successful. So they will be back in court in March. There's a lot of, again, pre-trial hearings. I know I kind of say that more recently in the past, I want to say year or so, pre-trial hearings. Y'all, they are just as important, if not more important, as the trial, in my opinion. I wish I could go back to my younger self and be like, watch the pre-trial hearings. They're so important because it determines what gets let in, what is excluded. You get to see so much because when you jump in at the beginning of a trial, and if you're thinking, wait a minute, why wasn't this let in? Or you have all these questions, and it's that's why the pretrial hearing is so important. It addresses so much of that. Not if you're, going to be on the jury, then you're not supposed to be aware of those types of things. But nonetheless, they are super, super important. So they are definitely things where if there's cases that are local to your community that you have a tie to, or you're just really interested in kind of following to see what the outcome is, to see if there is any justice in whatever the case is, definitely follow pre-trial hearings. So yeah, that's kind of that right now for Rex Heuermann. A lot of podcasts, I will say. And Cheryl McCullum, Zone 7, I know I plug her podcast all the time. Love Cheryl. Y'all, she's an expert. She is an expert in her field. She knows what she's talking about. And anytime she does an update on the Rex Heuermann trial or soon to be trial and case, she has been very outspoken in the fact that she does not think it's going to get to trial. That somewhere along the lines, there will be a plea deal. I hear her reasoning, makes total sense. I think that would be best. But the thing is, like, you can't rationalize irrational thinking. And in regards to a lot of the charges that have been brought towards Rex Heerman, again, like, you look at it and you're like, how could anybody do that? Again, you cannot rationalize irrational thinking. So would he want to go forward with a trial in regards? I mean, he has a family, he has wife, wife filed for divorce, kids, reputation in the community with his job, so on and so forth. Does he really want all the dirty laundry aired out? Because y'all know what these trials, everything gets brought up. Unless it doesn't, because why, folks? It gets excluded in the pre-trial hearings. So we will see, but I'm very interested when Cheryl talks about how she's like, I don't think it's going to go to trial. And we will see. We will see. Anything Cheryl McCollum says, I weigh very, very close, because I'm like, you know what? She's never wrong. She's never wrong. So again, and shout out to Cheryl McCollum, Zone 7. She was on the show several months ago, and she will be at CrimeCon. She will be at Crime Story Fest as well. Oh, I love her, and I always look forward to seeing her. All right. Wolf, I saw you jump in the chat. Hope you're doing good. Free the fucking Beckham. I'll give you a star for that, just because he probably is napping. I'm just gonna give you a star because I guarantee you're right. I'm giving you a star. I could give you 10 stars for that, James Watson. All right. Hey, Wolf, I saw you jump in. He would call the survivors and taunt them alleged. Right. In one of them, he called, what was it, the little sister of one of the victims? I'm like 99.9% sure. I just can't remember which victim it was. But yeah, he's a monster, an alleged monster. Wolf, what do you think? Do you think it will go to trial, or do you think he'll plea? I'm very curious because you've been following this case as well. I thought he was outstanding in the field. So ridiculous. Yeah, Wolf, I'm very, very curious. And anybody else in the chat too, this goes for anybody. If you've been following this as well, like, what do you think? Do you think he's going to want to risk it and go to trial? We see so many times where the person on the stand thinks that they're the smartest person in the room. And even when it is going so bad, they think they have the ability to fool a jury. I'm thinking most recently, Brendan Banfield. I mean, God, him taking the stand in his own defense. Oh, God, you thought you could convince a jury. I left, I went to a work meeting and blah, blah, blah. Did you count on your boss listening to you in court saying that and then calling up the defense being like, hey, that never, I'm not the defense, sorry, the state, the prosecutors being like, that never happened. So that was allowed in. Yeah. Again, people thinking they're the smartest person in the room. Wolf, I think he will try not guilty. So I guess that has to go to trial. Okay. No, that's fair. Yeah. Trial. He thinks he's in control. Sorry, I was looking at Tony Stewart's comment below you. Yeah, K-Dog, absolutely. That's what's holding me back from thinking he would plea, is that he thinks, because he's been able to get if everything being brought to trial against him that he's being alleged for is true, that he committed, there's a lot. And it spans a long years and years and years. And he's been able to get away with it for this long. So what's a few weeks at a trial, right? Just saying. Oh my God. I'm not going to give you a star for that, but like, oh my God. Did you see the one painting in his house look like a victim twisted? I don't think I did. But I have heard other podcasters talk about, but I did not see it. Imitates life, right? So again, any updates in regards to Rex Heerman and Gilgo Beach, I will keep y'all posted. So Next case, in regards to, again, this is somebody who we've talked about plenty of times, who honestly is one of those like thinks that she's the smartest person in the room. Corey Richins. So we talked about how her trial will be expected to begin soon. So the update is that a jury was formed and finalized for the Corey Richins trial that she is facing in regards to the murder, specifically charges of aggravated murder, insurance fraud, and forgery against her husband. The trial is supposed to start February 23rd. So literally just around the corner. And it's expected to last until March 26th. I don't know how they give that specific end date, March 26th, but nonetheless, that is what they're saying. But it's going to begin February 23rd now that they have a jury. So a lot of questions have been kind of posed by the defense in regards to wanting, different things tossed, the trial moved, so on and so forth. They're trying to say like, well, everybody knows about this case, so she's not going to get a fair jury. Well, not true. The jurors that were picked, majority of them were passed and by the judge in the first day of jury selection, which is like super, super uncommon. So many of them said that they have seen or read some media coverage of the case, but they did not know a lot of details, and nor did the ones selected have strong opinions about it. So the third district judge, Richard Mazurek, instructed them from basically researching, reading, watching, or discussing anything pertaining to the case going forward. So I think, kind of based on what we're hearing for those that were selected, it was really what is being looked for, on both sides. To find people who have not, in that kind of state, in that area, who have not heard about this was just not going to happen. Let's just be perfectly honest. They could have moved the trial 100 miles away. People would still know this case. It's one of those picking a jury that has not formed an opinion already and has not been exposed to a ton of the media coverage. So y'all stay tuned. February 23rd, literally next week, this trial begins. The Moscow Mule Mom, Corey Richins, so stay tuned. In regards to other news, Beckham, you're over a half hour late. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. I made it.
You sure did. The chat was thinking that you were napping.
Unfortunately, that's a rumor.
Oh, it's a rumor. Unfortunately, what the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Thank you, Wolf.
Friday night, it's the Danny After Dark show live from Boston.
Wow. It's wow.
My little late.
Energy is electrifying. Yeah, everybody was just asking about Beckham, and now that he's here, I'm like, hey, you know what? Go back to your nap. No, I'm just kidding. Wolf, I'm going to star that so that.
Geez, thanks, Danny, for the great introduction.
Anytime. I'm going to star that so anybody can go back and check that out, including myself. So thank you, Wolf. I can't click it open on StreamYards. It's like, horrible. So anyway, perfect timing, Beckham. I tried to get through the updates on cases where I'm like, because there's some where I'm like, I need Beckham here.
There's not even really anything on the Guthrie thing, if that's what you're saying.
No, but yes. Okay, no, go ahead. What's the update since Wednesday?
Nothing really. Just everybody's just giving out more speculations. You had some people go into Mexico and which I thought was kind of funny. They actually were safe about it. They were actually pretty smart about it. Brian Enton, I think that's how you say his name.
Yep.
The News Nation guy. He actually talked to a pharmacist. He went to like a pharmacy and talked to a pharmacy, which was brilliant. Because remember I talked about how like, hey, if she's alive, somebody's got to be taking care of her and giving her medication. And the only place to get that's safe, nobody knows that you're getting it, and you're able to get anything is in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do that, and there's no way you could pull that off in the States. There's no way. It's impossible. So, sure enough, that's where they targeted a pharmacy or a store and confirmed all of that. Confirmed that it would be so easy to cross the border, just like him and his team did, without checking. And nobody checked him or his team when they crossed the border. They just went right across. And then they talked to, like I said, the store, maybe a pharmacist, maybe not a pharmacist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they confirmed all that information. So the only thing that's new really is that I think it was yesterday that police did confirm they're looking more into more than one assailant or more than one subject on this case. That it's more than one, could be 2, could be 3, could be 8 people. What does that tell you? It's not funny. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's like it's 20.
No.
It's been 20 days. Today was 20 days. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I want to say to that. So 2 points. One, the more people that are involved, the better, because y'all know there's going to be one person who runs their mouth and says something to someone and is ultimately, that would kind of trickle down. So if there was more than one person, I think that's a good thing, only because people can't keep secrets. Let's be honest. What was my second point? Okay. Yes. My second point, this, like Beckham said, this is 20 days. There are people in your life that, let's say she is still alive. There's going to be somebody who is, that person has to be responsible for Nancy. Again, if you're working with a team, you can divvy your time a little differently, but that's 20 days of potentially someone not being at home, not being at work, not being at, whatever commitments that they have. Like, someone is noticing something. They might just not piece it together, or might be like, well, yeah, that sounds like my neighbor, but no, he seems like a great guy. I'm sure he's not involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So again, there's a lot of speculation on, a lot of people are saying, if it was a robbery, why did they go with a full, and we talked about this, why did they go with a full backpack? I mean, you could make arguments for that, yes and no. More so, why would they have had a full backpack? There was video of somebody walking around oddly in the neighborhood, like from a week before the incident that happened, that FBI is looking at today. But it's just like one person walking around. You really can't, you really can't really pin anything on that. Really, it's just a video. But there is 2 little things though about some of like the people, the YouTubers that are out there, I guess, whatever you want to call them. One of them, there was a helicopter alert that went out this afternoon over a landfill. And
I'm like, what's a landfill?
I know, landfill, sorry. A landfill.
Okay.
And then so the streamer person called them and confirmed it was not a law enforcement helicopter, but they were able to confirm that police had not been there at all during this investigation at all. No law enforcement has shown up there in 20 days. So that's one thing that was confirmed. The second thing, so you're like, well, what do you got? Like, you guys are not even looking for the possibility. I mean, let's be honest here. That is a possibility. She could have been murdered and buried somewhere, thrown. I mean, that's a reality, and that is a possibility, right? right? So
nothing's off the table at this point.
right. So why would you not cross that, check that off the list, right? So they have not been to that landfill. Nobody has. So yeah, during the week you had the 40s, they were looking for people or 40 names about the gun shops. Nothing's come out, nothing's come from that. And then one last thing, the the brother-in-law and the daughter are officially caregivers for her. And nobody really knew that. They're actually official documented caregivers for her.
Okay.
So that kind of puts a little bit of a spin on it. Like, oh, people are going off on that a little bit. A lot of, with that theory, those all these little theories and stuff. So just mainly a lot of speculation, a lot of theories, nothing wow. We still don't know about the communication between agencies, right? The Sheriff's Department and the FBI. There's talk that the FBI wants to take full, complete border, over. They want to take complete status of, complete takeover of the case. I guess you could probably, with that, they would be the ones making decisions, the logistics of everything, right? The processing of evidence. Hey, let's go take a look at the landfill. So, I mean, you know what I mean? They would be the ones, all of the logistics of the case, they would be the ones taking over if that was the case. People across America are getting very agitated with the issue of you have all these resources for this one case, and there's a lot of resources that are being used, man. I'm telling you, like, beyond the realm that you think. And it's been 20 days. There's no results, right? There's a missing girl in Georgia that's already like 2 weeks. And there's a couple other missing people that are really getting attention now because they're like, you guys are spending, no, like they're just being real, the reality of it. There was blood. She's 84. The chances of her, let's be real now. I mean, I know we've been like respectful and talking about this the last 3 weeks, but you got to be realistic now. There was blood at the crime scene. She is 84 years old. She has to have medication. They haven't found anything yet. I told you 2 weeks ago. Now, this is 20 days. I told you on this show 2 weeks ago, this thing could become really cold fast. It could become a cold case fast. Media has already started to pull their people away from the actual the site today. As of yesterday, some have left. I don't know how much longer they're going to be there. Okay. I'm starting to get a second wind now. Anyway, so like, I'm trying to remember things.
That's all right. Go ahead.
So there was a letter there was a post that was officially sent out by the local city government in conjunction with the Sheriff's Department, telling everybody that they're going to turn that street, that Nancy's house is off of a one-way street, and it's going to be governed. So they're due to, only law enforcement will be able to go through there per the pending investigation. And a lot of this stuff can stem from like the trash people, picking up the trash, having issues with the turnaround and all that kind of stuff. Cause there's so many cars, right? There's all these vehicles. So they're shutting that down as though it could possibly be tomorrow from anytime this weekend between now and Friday. So a lot of people were saying it's to get all the streamers and media out. So who knows, but it could actually be validated with the whole city stuff, like the trash and picking up the trash and that kind of thing. So they might have been the citizen, the neighborhood might have been complaining about it. We don't know, but it has been officially sent out, documented and sent out. So they're going to have to, whoever stays beyond Monday, as far as media goes, they're going to have to walk away if you're going to want to set up. And I don't even know if they're going to be able to set up. That's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds, actually. So that was a little bit odd to me because now it's almost like we know early on this week that the sheriff talked about the media, right? He kind of went at the media a little bit. He
Mhm.
did. And it's just now that this is coming out, it doesn't look good to me. It doesn't really look good to me personally. Leadership doesn't
Agreed.
look good to me at all. And you're 20 days in and you really don't, it seems like every different pivot that they took in this case has struck out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary. Back to the Mexico thing. Mexican authorities did confirm this morning that they have not been reached by anybody about the case. So nobody has asked for their help. They confirmed it this morning.
I bet if the
And
FBI
remember,
was in
it's
charge,
not
they would've-
like you got to remember, it's not it's the sheriff's department that's taken the lead.
I know.
Like 2 weeks ago, I thought that the FBI was going to take. That was the rumor. Remember how we talked about it on here that they were taking over.
We
They
did.
did not take over, and they kind of squashed all the rumor mill about that, and they're saying, yeah, we're working together. I mean, it's just the high command was probably kind of butting heads, but everybody's working hard, man. I guarantee everybody that's on boots on the ground, the detectives, the deputies, analysts that the FBI has brought in, their people, everybody's working around the clock. I mean, it's not them, it's the higher.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
So yeah, but still, man, you got 20 days and you're not bringing nothing. So I mean, I guess we're still waiting on the DNA stuff, right? With like the family stuff,
Like genealogy
the
kind of
genealogy stuff of it. Yeah, I guess they're technically still waiting on that. I mean, but that could take if it's not being found right really fast. I mean, how longer does it take to keep going? How long is that? I haven't really researched that myself, so I'm not really. You probably know more about that. So
honestly,
with the other cases,
Liz knows a ton about that because
yeah.
she has been able to find like family on her own.
I haven't even messed with that stuff. Personally, I've never messed with it.
I haven't done any of it.
Yeah, covering crimes and stuff like that. I don't know if you've ever seen a time frame or timetable on how quickly they can get those matches.
Well, Beckham, when we're at CrimeCon Vegas, go to the presentation from Othram Labs. They talk about that.
Oh, okay.
They have a whole booth designated.
I remember seeing something computerized out there.
Yeah, that was Othram.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
I mean, it would be interesting to see their presentation to see how fast the information can get back.
But not only that, it's what the process looks like.
Right.
Like that's the thing.
I think that's what they're banking on now, man. But
yeah,
I know that they sent up that helicopter with the machine, with the heart monitor thing that hasn't done anything yet, either. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then it's now like, well, we're looking for more than one person. This is just getting really bad with this thing, man. Like, people are saying it's staged. People are saying she's buried. So it's just getting out of control now with the speculations. Because and rightfully so, the mind's gonna wonder.
Well, you made an excellent point right at the beginning. I've seen this too. I saw it a lot earlier when this started, but especially as it's been being day after day, there's a lot of shit going towards local law enforcement there and FBI, people posting their frustration of, like you said, all the resources going into this one case. What about all the others? Divvy up those resources to help more than one individual. And I see all sides of it. Obviously, when it's your loved one, like, you want every available option and resource you have to find your loved one. But I see what people are saying in regards to, like, even the media spotlight on this case. Let's put aside the resources, even the media spotlight on this. There are so many other cases that don't get the type of coverage that this is. And people have a big issue with it. And I see why they're saying that.
I've worked professionally on 2 cold cases. One of them
Mhm.
we were able to get a conviction with, but no body, no murder charge,
That's tough.
and no bodies were found in both of them. And
Mm.
there's still, well, one of them, like I said, technically, I mean, we got a conviction, but it was a fraud conviction. It wasn't the murder charge. And the other one, no body, no charge, is still a cold case. And that's
Mm.
been the last one. That's been 10 years now, actually, almost 10 years. I have a feeling this is gonna. I have a feeling I would be surprised if anything comes out, if they solve it in like the next week. I honestly feel personally, people are gonna start leaving like on the turn of the week. There's nothing that's gonna. It's gonna be quiet. Turn of the week's gonna come. Media's gonna start leaving. The big dogs are gonna start leaving. The streamers probably can stay a little longer because their channels are generating a ton of money with all the
Mm.
views and stuff, right? So they can stay. The big dogs. I mean, yeah, you have budgets and stuff that allow for your people to be out there, but there's other story. There's other stuff they got to
Yeah.
move on to, right? So, um, and when you have streamers watching are getting more views, check, this is a reality. The streamers, whether it's TikTok or YouTube or Insta, whatever, they're getting more viewers on their reporting than the big commercial media. So if you are if you are responsible and making those decisions, would you not pull your person and move them to something else?
Right.
I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And I
I
have
mean,
a
we've seen that with like, I mean, think about it. The
yeah,
Karen Reed trial. Like
yeah.
again, someone asked about Turtle Boy earlier in the show. Like he's not, he does his own thing. And he's the one that was, made the time to discuss the case and then it picked up. So yeah, you see that where it's like, content creators who, they're not under contract with anybody. They're not being told be here at this time. It's if they want to talk about it and stream it, like you said, they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have those same restrictions. But at the same time, it's really worth reminding people, content creators can do amazing work. There are so many good ones doing all the right things.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many bad ones doing all the wrong things for the wrong
right.
reasons.
Yeah, but you have some really good ones that are out there on this case right now.
Oh, absolutely.
There's like 2 or 3
But
really good.
When you get one, you get the other. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
as a consumer, you need to be mindful
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Yeah, so I have a feeling nothing happens, man. Monday start, the week starts back up. I think the big dogs start pulling back, especially with this new road thing that they're throwing at them now, right? This one way only entrance way thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are gonna start pulling away, and I don't know how long before it's officially a cold case.
Mm-hmm.
And hey man, the Pima Sheriff's Department has a TV show they got to film.
Somebody mentioned that.
I'm not trying to be funny. So after we got off the air the other night,
Yeah.
you know how season 1, right? Remember, season 1 is the one that's or you can watch season, or it's going to be showing.
Mm-hmm.
They signed on for 2 seasons. One is season. I don't know if they filmed 2. I don't know if season 2's been filmed or they need to film season 2. If they need to film season 2, they need to get this thing out of the way. That's money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a contract that was signed by a major network.
Mm-hmm.
There's a priority there.
Or maybe part of it is following their officers through this.
I don't think. I think they're sticking away from. If they have not filmed season 2, they're not. This case is not going to be on there. Trust me on that. Because you're going to see all. No, I don't think that's a good business decision, honestly. But
no, I agree. I don't think it's a good decision.
Yeah, but if they have not filmed season 2, then that's going to become a priority. We need to move on and get ready for season 2 filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got Luke here. He was strolling by. Figured I'd grab him. Tony Stewart had a question. He asked earlier, who was the one that was last? All right, go ahead, sweetie. That was last with her and dropped her off the night she went missing. Was it the son-in-law?
The son-in-law.
At first, I heard that she took an Uber or a Lyft home, but that was false. It was the son-in-law.
Him and the wife are caretakers officially.
Mm-hmm. They all, to be fair, the other two siblings don't live in the state. Yeah. So it's kind of like that's just happens by default with families for the most part.
I want to know what's happening to her benefit. She's elderly. I want to know what's happening with her benefits.
Yeah, that's out of my expertise. I don't.
And who's over her benefit?
Yeah, I don't know.
And who? And does she have a life insurance policy? I heard she did early on. I heard she did, and that it was worth a lot. But that was early on, and who knows, right? Hasn't been confirmed or nothing.
Yeah. Tony Stewart had a more of a comment. Remember my prediction last week or so, March 1st, and she is still missing.
Oh wow! So yeah, that's good.
K-Dog saying very slim chance she's still alive. I'm afraid.
Yeah, and I don't know.
K-Dog, have they received a ransom demand that they think is legit?
The last one was Wednesday. Remember it looked really. Remember they used a crypto account?
Yeah.
Not Bitcoin.
Yep.
And TMZ was all sappy, all excited about it. They're like, "Oh, this one's more high tech. Oh, this and they were like talking it up, man. TMZ was talking it up Wednesday on that one.
Shocking.
They want views. They want views too. This has become, I think, more of a who like let's get more views and stuff. To me, I think, but
for the record,
I'll be honest. Real quick. I'll be honest. The streamers on the ground out there are working hard. I mean, they are really like they're earning whatever they get. Right. I mean, they're 24/7 and all that.
Yeah.
At least
there are a lot of eyes on this. A lot of eyes. That's for sure. Wolf is saying, I think all the ransom stuff was bogus, all to throw everyone off what really went down. I think there's a cover-up going on. I think those are two different things, Wolf. We see, unfortunately, like cases like this, there are people who just want to fuck with the investigations, whether they have, some form of mental illness and that's why they're doing it, or they're just like, people are just evil and like, hey, I'm going to just fuck with the investigation because I can, to try to throw it off. And which is it's just shitty. But because at the end of the day, law enforcement, if they're getting a tip of some kind or something, they have to look into it. And when people knowingly just fuck around and, lead cops in a circle for no reason, so it doesn't even necessarily have to be the actual people who committed the crime. It could just be anybody that just has ill intentions. But second point, you think it's a cover-up. Tony's thinking family's still involved.
Now, I remember like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't mention I saw a report of a retired law enforcement person. I don't know if it was FBI or a federal agency or a local PD or just the police department to like detect homicide, whatever, detective, somebody retired. They worked kidnappings, and there was 2 successful kidnappings. What I mean by successful is that the money was paid and they got the person back safe. So in this person's like 25-year career, 2 were successful at that. And they were in Mexico. So they were paid, the money was exchanged, and the person was delivered back.
Interesting.
So it's possible that she could be in Mexico and being held for ransom. But do I think that's more of the case? I think now people are going to start more focusing that there was blood on the porch. And that she's probably no longer, you know.
Longer alive, yeah.
That's more of the reality of it, right? You have more,
right.
you can lean more on that because of the blood and all of that stuff.
A lot of people have been saying that since the beginning, and yeah, I think more people are starting to realize as each day passes, the probability is very high.
Yeah.
Hello, cats. Oh, yep, you saw Luke make an appearance. So this shirt is for the Once Upon a Crime podcast, one of my favorite, which is Esther and Lorena. I have had Esther on here and love Lorena as well. They are CrimeCon staples. So Beckham, I introduced you to Esther and Lorena
Did you?
at CrimeCon. But
No,
you were I think you were too busy meeting all your fans.
I was like, I was about to say, I met lots of fans.
Beckham should be a private eye. Wow, you look. Wow, what a look.
Jeez, thanks, Danny.
No, it kind of reminds me of
Now I'm gonna put my camera.
No. It reminds me of like in Star Wars with the not on May the 8th, let's clarify that. Like what is it? The Dark Sith has like that robe.
Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of.
Thanks, appreciate it.
No, that's a compliment. You're into Star Wars.
Jesus.
Wolf has a question. Beckham, why wouldn't they leave the ransom note at the house? They didn't send the ransom for two. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's not how kidnappings work. That's why. Sorry, I'm answering it for you. Beckham, what is your answer to that for Wolf? Why wouldn't they leave the ransom note at the house?
Well, I think because they wanted to be taken seriously. So somewhat, remember, they were at the beginning of it, they sent the ransom stuff to the local news channel, a specific one. That's why investigators thought it was somebody local. And then they branched off to TMZ.
Yeah.
And then they left they were still with the local on the first couple of them. And then I think they left the local and they just kept going to TMZ, like straight up just going to send TMZ. So they did.
Harvey Levin was loving every second of it.
Well, you know why? It took direction from him being on some list. We won't go there, but they went with the Bitcoin. You know how the FBI was trying to get into the Bitcoin? Remember that? Mm-hmm. And then now they went to crypto because the crypto seems a little bit more harder to trace.
Yeah.
So I believe. I don't know, man. Like some people are saying these are professionals. Some people are saying that they're not professionals. Well, they haven't been caught in 20 days and all the resources.
Yeah.
Danny, do you think this is a professional team? I've been saying it's a team. I've never said it was one person.
I know.
But now it's official that they're saying it's more than one, could be two, could be three, could be 8.
I want to say no, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
You don't know? Come on now.
I don't know. That nothing about this makes sense. So like, what the hell do I know? But when I think, how many people, if I had to say maybe 2 or 3 people, I don't see like a big team.
Okay, let's do this. Is it one?
Yes.
No, one per. You think it's just one person?
I do think it's one person. But if I had to,
oh wow, you don't think it's more than one?
Then I'd say something small like 2 or 3, because the more people you expand, the more of a risk someone's going to blab.
So the most you would go with is 3.
Most.
Okay, that's cool.
But I still think just one.
Wow, they're handling all the business. Then if it's one person, she's deceased. There's no way they're going to be able to take care of her.
I know.
And if she's deceased, give me a radius that you think.
I mean, okay, so the thing with landfills, and Joseph Scott Morgan on Body Bags podcast, him and Dave Mack talked about this before. And in regards to landfills, it's not what people think in regards to just like you just go up and the trash is just sitting there. He went into an episode during one case and he talked about it a ton. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. I would not be surprised if she was still so close to home, and she could very well be there, because the way he described it is like, it's constantly being like moved, pushed down, like shifted, pushed down, and then layer on layer. Everything's constantly being, it's not just like dump on one place, dump on the other. So that if something was in something or someone, when I say something meaning evidence, was in that, is in the landfill, it's long gone. It is gone. And a lot of trash gets incinerated now.
Yeah, but we need to read. I need. Okay, I honestly don't know how they work. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, how would they be able to find her? Like, realistically, after 20 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they dumped her there.
I don't think she was alive when she left that house.
Oh, you think if she left the property, you don't think she was, you think she was unalived?
I can't stand that term. Yes. I hope I'm wrong. I hope
you
I'm
want to
wrong.
say you rather you say deceased?
Dead, murdered.
Deceased is probably the professional term.
You want to talk professionalism, Beckham? How late were you today?
Hey, you know my schedule.
What's with the dark Sith outfit? You want to talk professional? Wolf says
you would dress up in a tie.
I've seen. You know, your
I think if
I
showing up with a tie, it might freak
in a suit. Your Sunday best.
Yeah, it might start freaking people out.
Thank you, Danny and Beckham. I'm a little obsessed with this. The most response I've had in my life. I figured they would catch someone. Yeah, no,
I think it's gonna be cold. It's gonna turn cold.
You aren't the only one into this, Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people are
frustrated. Which Tony was it that said that they think it'll be a cold one?
Tony Stewart, I think. I think whatever happened is not what we were told. Agreed, but to be fair, they can't say everything. But I mean, I feel like if the sheriff's office didn't touch it,
there's streamers out there that have done more on the ground than the police. I've seen it. They've gone on like trails. They've gone on like hiking trails. One guy has a motorbike, one of those, motorbikes. He's gone off on the trails for like a couple of days, 2 or 3 days looking. He's tonight, I think I saw something where he was going to go on another area to go look using his bike that's more accessible, right, to that kind of area. And he said he was planning on doing more tomorrow and Sunday. So it's kind of he was figuring out like the best, like, strategically mapping everything out. He said he had a partner, and they got the maps. They got maps, and they plotted out the best and where to go look, probably more than likely. So he's been out there on his bike looking and documenting. So anyway.
K-Dog is saying, in regards to, when you asked me if you think she's still alive or not, Danny, that would be better than her suffering for a few days. Oh, absolutely. Or suffering for more than a few days. I mean, yeah. Beckham, I do want to jump back for a sec in regards to, remember when we did our very first Manson Saga discussion panel episode, like our first interview. I won't say who it was with, but we did I can tell you off camera. We did our first interview You dressed up. I have a picture somewhere. I did a screenshot of me, you, and Paul. You were wearing like a what looks like a white business shirt, but it was sleeveless, and you had a black tie on. You
Did I
dressed
really?
up, with your muscles and all that.
I was dressed up. I don't remember that.
You were. You sure were.
That's funny.
Yep.
I know I've worn a military jacket.
Oh, you sure did. I've seen that too. All right. Yeah, this is oh, God. I hope next week we have some more answers. Like Beckham said, though, I don't know. Come Monday, like we might just see more, more media, more law enforcement pull out. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows right
I think
now.
it's going to turn cold, and everybody's going to start leaving next week. Remember, the local city government has now put a thing out that says one way only, which means a lot of the people are not going to be able to park their cars, the media and everybody that's got the rental cars, vans, everything to carry all of their equipment. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do it anymore.
So we will definitely keep you guys posted on this. Okay, yeah, because we've been following it. I mean, Beckham's been really.
Has anybody written you back that they watched the TV show? Did you save those screenshots?
Okay, dog. We're going to be talking about Prince Andrew soon. Don't worry. No one has messaged me that they watched it. I went to dinner tonight with Liz and another friend, and we briefly talked about the Guthrie case, and I mentioned how you did oh God, here it is. Talked about it this past week. You led the show, and I was telling Liz about this, and she's like, "What?"
That's what she did. Look, can you read the description again for everybody?
Oh God.
And this says season 1. There's apparently going to be season 2, or they might have already filmed season 2. I don't know. I can't confirm that yet.
Okay. About the show. When the blistering Arizona sun finally sets over Tucson's Sonoran Desert, the temperature drops and the crime rises. With elite access to one of the largest sheriff's departments in America, Desert Law follows the high-intensity work of the Pima County Sheriff's Department, its patrol duties, DUI unit, and night detectives as they cover more than 9,000 square miles of rugged terrain, taking on the trouble that thrives after dark. Immersed in the pressure and danger of policing the desert night, the series captures a world where the spirit of the Old West still lingers and the fight for order never ends.
That bad, like, oh man, talk about it all. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. If I wouldn't get a copyright strike, I would say we should all just watch it live, like stream it, watch it, and me and you react in real time. But it's not worth a strike on my channel. Not worth it.
You can't do that? It's illegal?
Yeah, can't.
Oh.
All right, we'll keep you guys posted on this. Oh God, what is this? Jane Watson coming in. Desert Law, episode 2. Young virginal deputy Beckham tracks down the best donut shops in town.
Yeah, who has the best?
Every dingy alley in his quest for sugar.
Hey, no, I'd be looking for whoever has the powdered sugar donuts.
Oh,
those are hard. Those are hard to find.
Dunkin' Donuts munchkins are hard for you to find.
No, the powdered white donut is hard to find everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Speak of the devil, the Liz. I was just telling them we went to dinner, and I told you about Liz. This is the show I was telling you about that Beckham found on the sheriff's.
Desert Law.
Desert Law. God.
It says follows the high intensity work of the Pima County Sheriff's Department.
Hi, William Eddy.
Desert Law.
Right. I was gonna save this for last, but let's get to it. Then again, the case after is related. high intensity, right? Prince Andrew. Oh my gosh. Prince Andrew was arrested yesterday on his birthday.
I saw something that go ahead. I have a funny thing to say about it.
So Prince Andrew, real name, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, also known as Randy Andy. He was arrested on Thursday on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Police have not said what led them to arrest him, but keep in mind he spent a decade as UK trade envoy. So I just read two names at once. King Charles III issued a statement saying he learned, quote, with the deepest concern, end quote, of the arrest of his younger brother and stressed that, quote, the law must take its course, end quote. So officers were pictured arriving at Randy Andy's home, which is at, and I'm probably going to mispronounce it, Sandringham, which is King Charles Estate in Norfolk. Police previously said that they were reviewing allegations that a woman was trafficked to the UK by Jeffrey Epstein to have sexual encounters with Randy Andy, and claims that he shared sensitive information with Epstein while serving as envoy. Andrew has not commented publicly on the allegations of misconduct in public office. In regards to the allegations about trafficking and sex with underage girls, in regards to being any connection with Jeffrey Epstein, of course, he is denying that. But I find it very interesting that he will say one comment denying that and then not comment on the other. I think that in regards to the misconduct while in office is providing and sharing sensitive information with Epstein while he served as envoy. That's just my take on it, kind of based on what I've researched. I could totally be wrong. Yeah, Randy Andy. Tony Stewart, do you not know that's his nickname from like back in the day? Becca, what do you think about this?
My God. Hold on a second. I got something to show. Just keep talking for a second.
Yeah. Thank God the Queen's not alive to see this. Oh my gosh. I know.
I wonder if that would have, I bet if she was, it would have been hidden. We why not got the truth?
I think we'd have more answers.
She was stone cold, man. She was respected, and I don't think information would have got out.
Randy
That's what I think.
He was in all the tabloids back in the 80s because he was dating software porn star.
Right, hold on, Danny. Where are you at?
Queen was not amused. Okay. Of course she wasn't amused. Yeah. Oh my God, Tony Stewart not knowing about Randy Andy. That's
so here. Okay, so since this guy, Prince Andrews, right? The last royal to be arrested was King Charles I, and it was over 400 years ago. He was arrested in January of 1649 for treason. Okay, and this is what happened to him. Give me a second. I'm gonna so you can show everybody. I like having clips. There you go. He was beheaded. He was tried and convicted and sentenced to death and beheaded.
Is that an actual like reenactment photo of that specific?
That's that specific, yeah.
Wow.
So it's been can you imagine the 400 years like it's since somebody that got arrested and this guy gets arrested? That's embarrassing.
Paul sent in our group chat the photo of him. What was it, on his way to prison? Like he looks like, oh my God, like a photographer was able to capture it. It was wild. He's in the back trying to like duck. Ooh.
I mean, when you think about 1649 wasn't really that long ago.
I mean, not for you.
You
that's
had
like
you had the independence thing, 1700s, right? Or when America and everything. So I mean, I mean, you know what I mean. It's like I thought it was going to actually be further away, but it wasn't. It's right there.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, but that's a long time in regards to.
Well, yeah, since somebody got arrested.
Yeah.
But how many? But let's be honest. How many crimes that has the public not known about?
Oh,
And
I'm
I
sure.
guarantee you, if the queen was still alive, I don't know, man. She was I've read about her. She was a Spitfire. She was respected by world leaders, and I don't think they would have. I don't know, man. It would have been interesting if this thing would have even come out if she was still alive. To be honest, I'm telling you.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Wolf is
she
kind
was-
of going a little bit what you were gearing at. Wolf saying he will get out. He's an elite. I don't know. Like, if it was any other official, like someone in capacity in regards to the royal family in England, I might agree with you on that. But with Prince Andrew, I don't know. I feel like if anyone was going to go down in the royal family, it would be him.
They're gonna let him hang for it. That's what you're saying?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you want to dig deeper into the drama? I think he dated what's his name's wife. One of the princes, the other prince, Henry, or what's the other one?
William.
What Diana's two sons? What are their names?
William and Harry.
William and Harry. Which one's dating, or which one's married to the brunette girl? Hold on.
They're both brunette, hun.
Well, the one that looks more like cultural.
Harry moved to, I think it was Canada.
His wife.
Meghan Markle?
Yes. This thing gets really drama. Something I like. Apparently, he hooked up with her before, and I mean, I don't know.
What?
That's what's out there. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're not the National Enquirer. I
saw something where it was like, how do you feel?
You find a source for
how
this?
How your uncle hooked up with your wife and all this stuff, man. I'm telling you, there's all kinds of circles going on with this story.
Oh.
Hey, I bring you the truth, and I bring you the juice. And I brought you a beheaded art picture.
You did, along with the show about the Pima County Sheriff's Department. You bring quite a lot to the show, Beckham. Punctuality and timing is not one of them, but you bring a lot to this show. Wolf has a question. Danny Beckham, did you see that deal where people think that
I don't think
Oh, Wolf, we're getting into that. That's on the docket for tonight.
I believe that she is no longer she's out. She's not staying there. They got her out. She made a deal.
All right. So, all right, let's jump into Ghislaine Max. Like and subscribe. Jump to the next story.
Talk about juice.
Put a pin in the body double theory, because we're going to get to what happened first, just so we go in order here. So
I said the one that's more cultural looking. How do you know? I was trying.
Oh God, what would we do without him? We'd be in trouble. Show Joan of Arc next, Beckham. God. All right, so Ghislaine Maxwell. So she was in she herself was not in. So a prison deposition video showed Ghislaine Maxwell in the last week and a half, invoking her Fifth Amendment rights. That had many questioning if this was really her or somebody else posing as her. No, sorry, I lied. We're going to get to the footage first. So the footage was released last week by the U.S. House Oversight Committee. It specifically shows Ghislaine appearing remotely from a federal prison this month, so February 2026. During the deposition, she repeatedly declined to answer any questions about her connection to Jeffrey Epstein in her 2021 sex trafficking conviction. We're going to get to that later in more detail in a second, but that's what this deposition was about. As soon as this footage was released to the public, people online went freaking wild and were posting side-by-side comparisons with photographs taken before her 2020 2020 arrest. Many people are stating that there are, quote, massive differences, end quote, in her facial structure, specifically saying the speculation is about her face. Now it has a broader jawline, a different nose shape, and more hooded eyes. Some people did comment that changes like aging in prison, weight gain in prison could have a factor in this. Public records confirm that Ghislaine had been in federal custody since her arrest in July 2020. There has been a lot of content creators. Like, it's one thing for like online sleuths to be like, look at this side by side, so on and so forth.
Hey man, people are not making fun of them anymore. They've been right on all.
They've been right on a lot, but a lot of
everything is coming out.
A lot of content creators that I have deep respect for, and even some in news media, are actually legitimately questioning this. So when there's certain people that I'm like, you know what, I respect what they have to say, and they're not coming out saying, you know, we're being duped, this is a different person, but they're like, something's not right here. Look at the comparison. I'm like, all right. What do you think about it, Beckham? What do you think about it?
I'm just going to say it. I don't think she's there. I think she made a deal. They got her out. They replaced her. And what's really funny is that today I saw a video, and somebody found they were going to dinner in I forgot which country it was. And they're like, "Oh, hello," and the lady was with another gentleman. I swear to God, Danny, this lady turned around and it looked just like her. And the person was like, "Oh, hi, you guys are getting some food here, you know, and you look like somebody very familiar to me, or you look like I know you from somewhere." And he said her name, and it's like she did the double take, like she answered to it in a sense, like almost like, oh shit, I just answered to the name. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, you know, whatever, blah blah blah." It was small talk. They got, and then they left. But this woman looked exactly like her. It was wild. I'm not saying it's her. I'm just saying it was wild. And I don't think that's her. I think she made a deal. We know from history, and we're learning how a lot of this stuff works now, right? With all this stuff coming out, that a lot of the stuff that's been talked about all these years, and that you thought that that person was crazy for thinking something, it's true. It is true. And we've talked about how art imitates reality, right? Hollywood, the movies, all the James Bond movies, before stuff even happened. Before the Manson case, there was a crime show about the Manson case. We've proved it all. We've talked about it. I brought all that to y'all like years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, all of that. You think you've seen something for the first time. No, it's happened before. It's been done before. Everything's been done before. All the spy movies, the facial masks and all that, that's been going on for like 30, 40 years. The spy game is a real deal, and it's very dangerous, and it's played by countries for power and money. And all of this stuff is coming out with the that's one of the things that's really telling about the Epstein files is all of the CIA stuff, all of the intelligence stuff, all of the, you know, the spy game stuff. It's a reality. So yeah, I mean, I personally don't think it's her. She made a deal. And this person will sit there and nothing, it's probably going to go away. You want to be real? It's probably going to just go away. And she's going to keep pleading the fifth. This person's going to keep pleading the fifth. This person's probably so drugged out that they don't even know who they are.
Well, there's all kind. I think she made a deal and she's gone. And she's somewhere hiding. You're never going to find her again. And she's Europe. She's English. She could go anywhere in Europe, and you would never know. Well, there was photos, and I'm only bringing this up because it's been like circulating a ton of like supposedly someone taking a picture of someone that was like, "Oh, this is Jeffrey Epstein," and
Well, we
You know,
don't
we've
know.
all, I think most of us have seen that image.
Yeah.
It's like, see, he's still out there. And it's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that hasn't been confirmed, but
I know.
I mean,
No, I know.
oh yeah, but he
But
hasn't
that's
like
also out there because like no one is
right.
trusting anything.
Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, I'll go as far as that. I wouldn't be surprised if she's been replaced, if she's not there. I'll say that.
It's AI. It's been confirmed.
Yeah, the
Epstein one.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
I know someone that is smart about jail law, and he said there's zero chance that Epstein would be left alone, off himself alone.
Oh yeah, the guards walked off. Somebody went in there and killed him. But did they really kill him?
He killed himself. Come on.
No, I'm sorry. Did he really kill himself? Like,
yeah. No. Sorry, no. He did not.
Even question about the body leaving the facility if that was really him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. I don't know about him. I'm just gonna talk about her. I think she made a deal, and I don't think she's there. But I could be wrong. But I think she's not there.
So that leads into the second part of Ghislaine Maxwell that we were going to talk about tonight. So in regards to the deposition that I mentioned, so that happened last week, and she was again. I really want to hear back on what you think and what you guys in the chat what you think about this. So she's insisting on her willingness to want to help, yet she's refusing to testify before Congress. Ghislaine's attorney, David Oscar, said, quote, "If this committee and the American public truly want to hear the unfiltered truth about what happened, there is a straightforward path. Ms. Maxwell is prepared to speak fully and honestly if granted clemency by President Trump. Only she can provide the complete account. Some may not like what they hear, but the truth matters. For example, both President Trump and President Clinton are innocent of any wrongdoing."
That's what she said already, right?
Yeah. Miss Maxwell alone can explain why, and the public is entitled to that explanation, end quote. What do you think of that?
It's just a statement. She's something that's they're gonna just put in front of your face. Mm-hmm. I don't think she's there, and I don't think she'll ever come out and talk about it.
She's had her time to say, and she hasn't. And of course now it's okay. Well, here's there. So attorneys for Jeffrey Epstein's victims have said that this whole thing is twisted and they doubt her motivations and ability to, quote, tell the truth, end quote. There's been a lot of either current prosecutors or former prosecutors who have been weighing in on social media like crazy about this. Attorney Spencer Coven of Gold Law, who has represented several of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, said, quote, "Ghislaine Maxwell invoking the fifth while dangling the promise of testimony in exchange for a pardon is not courage or cooperation. It is leverage. This is a convicted sex trafficker with a documented history of deception, attempting to trade on information she has withheld for years in order to secure personal freedom. Conditioning on the truth on clemency from Donald Trump looks less like a search for justice and more like the latest maneuver in a long pattern of manipulation. Victims have waited far too long to see accountability to accept another transactional offer wrapped in the language of disclosure," end quote.
Danny, do you think she's still alive? Or, I'm sorry, she's not dead. Do you think she's in the prison, or do you think she's gone in Europe somewhere? She's hiding. Or do you think it's okay? Let's just make it easy. Is it possible? Do you think would you be surprised if she's not in the prison?
I wouldn't be surprised.
There you go. Okay, same here. I wouldn't be surprised if she's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And she made her deal, and her deal was to say what you just wrote, what you just read, that about Bill and Donald Trump. That was her thing. She said what she made the deal with. She said that they were innocent. She made her statement, and that's it. And she's gone.
Like, you can't. I want to cooperate. I want to cooperate. I want to do the right thing. But, like, no, there's no but.
Well, I know, but she said it, and she made the deal, and she's gone. And this whole thing about, I just don't think she'll ever talk again. And it's gonna. I'll be surprised if it really goes through and she talks. I don't think she will, because I don't think she's there.
Right. So Jennifer Freeman of Marsh Law Firm, who represents Jeffrey Epstein victim Maria Farmer, also put out a statement, quote, "It was no surprise that Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted sex trafficker and felon who has been previously accused of repeatedly lying under oath, is now attempting to trade her version of her involvement in crimes against young women and girls for a pardon or other leniency. Maxwell's statements are not to be trusted, designed to best suit her twisted agenda and continue concealment of her wrongdoings," end quote. It was also said, this is the last quote I have for this, quote, "Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell deserve justice for the abuse and sex trafficking they have endured, which would be thwarted by crediting Maxwell, offering her clemency, pardoning her, commuting her sentence, or in any way limiting the hard-fought conviction imposed after trial by a jury of her peers and sentence delivered by an experienced, well-regarded judge."
Trump can't pardon her right now. No way. There's no way he can do it. Not after everything's been out. No way. And if she made a deal, she's gone.
Like I said, I would not be surprised if we learn, like, hey, yeah, she's gone.
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to. No, it's got to be a secret. Like there's got to be a body there.
Secrets.
And like,
I mean, they always come out. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow.
Oh, you're talking about like 20 years, maybe after she's dead, after the person in the prison dies. There's no way Trump pardons her. No way.
Paul is saying she's a lying monster.
Well, yeah, but there's no way there's just no way they could. The whole entire party could not condone him pardoning her or giving her the pardon. No way.
Let's see what the chat is saying. She's under threat not to talk. Tony Stewart says she's in prison, in my opinion. Paul,
but like Paul says, she's been given all this. Well, the person that's there has all this special treatment. She's got a nice bed. She's got a TV. Paul says she has a puppy. I don't know if that's true or not.
No. That's Paul being.
I think Paul's trying to be funny, but yeah, she's got like a cell phone. I think she's got access to a cell phone. Some people can call her. She can make visits and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some stuff, but who's to know what she has and what she doesn't have?
Paul, I sent you a link if you want to come up. Glitched 80. Hello, Glitched 80. Maxwell went to college with Boris Johnson. That bumbling idiot is friends with the upper classes from early young manipulator, daughter of a spy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She knows the spy game really. She's been in the spy. That's what her and they were in the middle of it. Yeah, they know the game. She knows exactly how that plays out. She has secrets of governments of other governments. She knows so much.
Agreed.
She has of other things, of other stuff that other countries have done.
Mm-hmm.
They were embedded right in the middle of everything. I still can't fathom how they did it, but they did.
I completely agree with you.
The only one that they might not have stuff on is Putin, but who knows?
James Watson, no, people would freak if they found out she was secret release. They wouldn't risk
well, like
that.
Danny said, we might not find out for 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no way does Donald Trump cannot. Yeah, Paul, they've given this person special treatment. Yes. But no way does he pardon her. No way. That would kill the entire party.
Well, her dad is deceased, but there's a lot of speculation.
His dad had a radio show, right? Like a regular news radio show in the 30s and sometime during World War II for sure. And he would send signals through the news while he was reporting the news through the radio. I mean, you can consider him a spy, but yeah, he was like British intelligence and all that kind of stuff. And he probably worked for several, possible down the road. He might have worked for Mossad later in the years and all that. Israel was 1948. You got to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
The Mossad was started in the 50s. after World War II.
Look at the side-by-side photo.
Damn, she knows the spy game for sure. I'm telling you, she has.
Oh no, I
all
completely
these
agree.
secrets, man. I was looking, a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to know how smart she was. But I was trying to. I think she's like. I want to say she's pretty smart. I know she's got a degree and all that, right? But I don't. But I think she's up there with like. Epstein's not bright at all, but I think she is. I think she's capable of learning multiple languages and all that kind of stuff. I think her intelligence level was up there.
I
Not
think her
Madonna,
upbringing
not
played a big
Madonna
part
like
in that.
this level, not musician like super smart genius level, but like
She knows how to be savvy.
yeah, she's capable of doing. She knows how to do lots of stuff.
She knows where the bodies
Financing and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, she knows that. She knows
Yeah,
a lot.
she was embedded in the game. That's for sure. That's good, Paul. I like how you said that. She knows where the bodies are buried. Perfect.
Glitched 80. Yes. Yeah. I will say in regards to her father, he is discussed quite a bit in the book that is for book club next Tuesday, The Spider by Barry Levin. So
I know
again,
one person she couldn't mess with. They couldn't mess with. That was the queen. Dude, I'm telling you, man, that queen had like legit respect.
Oh, people loved her.
Like for real.
Loved her.
She could get away with like talking to some. She'd call you out and tell you your tie wasn't right, and you'd fix it.
If she would call you out, I
know.
I would bow.
Like, yeah.
I would bow. Let's see. She's already.
Hell, I think even Putin probably respected her.
And she was moved from one jail to another. Remember, she was brought for like an interview. It was like
she's in Texas, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't when the news first kind of broke about of course about the deposition. I was like, okay, we're definitely talking about that. Like, there's a lot to that. In regards to the photo and the side by side and like, see, is this her? Is this not? At first I was like, what the heck? But then again, when there's like a lot of like reputable people that I really respect that are like, wait a minute, let's pause. There could be something here. I'm like, all right, so let me take pause as well.
At this point, anything's possible now, right? Before, people would look at you crazy and like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You're out there, and now all of these, what do you call them? Conspiracy theorists about everything, about wars, about 9/11, about this or that. There you go. They're not so crazy anymore, are they?
I mean, you still are, but does Danny respect Tony Stewart? Absolutely not. No, I'm just kidding, huh? Paul, we talked about Randy Andy a little earlier, which Tony Stewart didn't know that was his nickname, by the way.
Well, I don't, Paul, I'm not saying what she was involved in. I'm just saying like she was, like I said, I don't know if Putin is the only one that probably didn't like bow to her, but everybody else did.
James says Charles is done protecting Andrew. That's why he got arrested. The Queen wouldn't have let it happen.
Yeah, I don't think I'm telling you, dude. If she was still alive, I don't think it would have happened.
Well, Charles still. I didn't have this in my notes but since it's just kind of organically kind of surfacing. That he was it Fashion Week? When the arrest he still went on, carried on his day, did everything he had to do after the arrest happened. So that was very interesting, and a lot of people were like, well, just shows that he's just like done and he's over it and he's not holding back and he's still doing all the stuff he is, and he's just like, you know what, let law enforcement deal with it. So yeah, that's why I kind of took that from that, James. I respect you, Danny, even though I disagree with you here and there. No, all good. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like none of hell, me and Beckham don't agree on most things in life. So we disagree on everything. But no, that's what this is for. We all don't have to look at
The
something or
monkeys
look
were not
at, a
Academy
case we're
Award
talking
winning.
about. We all bring something different to it and look at it in a different way.
I'm sorry, the monkeys were not Grammy Award winning artists.
Don't you dare go after Mickey Dolenz.
I was trying to
Don't
hit you below the belt.
you
I was trying to get you below the
dare.
belt. I know.
He
I
just
know that.
he just announced a new tour.
Oh
Oh,
my
Boston
God.
is not on the list.
Oh, is LA on the
Oh,
list? He's always there. He's always in LA. I sent you a picture that
I
one
know.
time.
I think the closest is coming is like New Jersey, and I'm like, or Connecticut. I'm like, oh, is it worth the drive?
You've
Probably,
already
yes.
been to it. What does
Um,
he do? Does he sing or play an instrument? What is it? I mean, what
he
is what is
sings, and then he plays the tambourine. He can't drum
Oh,
anymore.
I don't know. I'm just asking. Hey,
Yeah, no,
Metallica's
he
coming
has a
on the
full
road.
band.
Metallica's going on the road again. They're all like
I don't
60
care about your
something years
Metallica, the
old.
monkeys. It's all about the monkeys. Charles may want to protect him, but he knows he can't for the greater good, the survival of the monarchy. Russell coming in hot with an I always agree with Beckham. Well, I always want to time you out for shit like that, like comments like that.
Holy smokes, Russell's in the house.
I always agree with Beckham.
Welcome, Russell. We need to meet up and go for some Chinese.
I've moved to Dubai. Missed you guys. True crime for life. Hi, James. Long time no see. Look at you moving to Dubai. I hope your move was smooth and you are doing good, hon.
That's awesome. I heard it's really nice there.
Charles didn't have a choice. They were backed into a corner.
You don't back Barbie into the corner. What's that quote from the movie?
Barbie?
What's her name in the movie?
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Baby, Barbie, whatever. This is all the same.
What? No, it's not. What?
All right. Good night, everybody.
Nobody puts Barbie in a corner.
I'll see you next week.
We have two. Nobody puts Barbie in a corner. May 8th be with you. Beckham, between me and you, we are not doing good.
You know what I meant, though, didn't you?
Wow. Nobody
puts Barbie in the corner.
Oh, Tony Stewart, I hate it. I decided I'm going back to the next appointment. I'm going back to the blonde. I wanted to like it. I can't. Yeah, I'm going back to blonde. Maybe not as full blonde as I was, but I'm going back. Yeah. It's been like 3 weeks and I'm like, no, I'm over it. I get bored very easily. Where was I in the chat? His letter about it was hilariously him trying to sever himself from the whole thing. Oh, his comments were very at a distance. Absolutely, Paul.
What is that saying? Nobody puts, how does it go?
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. That's what I want.
Nobody puts Beckham in a corner. It's better than Barbie. Wow. Thank you, K-Dog. Time zone is screwed up for me now. What time is it where you are now, James? I'm just curious. I don't know the time difference offhand. Glitched 80. I'm from the UK. Awesome. The Queen was probably the last in real royalty, but Andrew was her favorite son, and Charles will never be my king.
Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for that's
keeping it real. Glitched 80. Thank you. Yeah, the Andrew was her favorite. I mean, yeah, it's always been apparent. I know my Mickey Dolenz. I had my Friday Chinese food tonight. Oh, nice. I went for hibachi. Me and Liz and another friend went for hibachi.
They make it they cook it in front of you and all that?
Yeah, on that big grill. And
they still do the egg trick?
The egg trick? No, but they do the
volcano?
The sake. Yep. The sake spray, volcano. Yep.
That's cool.
I was the only one in my girl group that did the sake. So yeah, K-Dog's correcting you too. It's baby. No one puts He-Man in a corner. Paul, fighting words. Anything that says Beckham, I respect. I'm not a fan of it, but let's see what this says. Beckham, I respect your info you give us. I might not always agree, but much respect.
Thank you, Tony.
Tony, that's so kind. Makes me sick.
Does he have his? What's the picture? The Zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, has the Zodiac been caught?
No. Cat Mickey's he's constantly touring. He just like added a bunch of new dates, but Massachusetts is not one of them. I dig the new. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. Like so many like people in
Shelly,
my
Shelly said you liked the brunette, the dark or whatever.
Yeah, like they're like even my hairdresser was like, I prefer you as a brunette, and I wanted to go back, and now I wish I didn't, but that's all right. I can go back to blonde highlights. Yeah, and I told a couple of my coworkers, they're like, don't dye it back, and I'm like,
right, $175 later.
More than that, I think.
Is it more than 175? Holy smokes, dude!
It's expensive. Life is expensive. But no, I was telling my I think it was yesterday. I was telling my coworker, I was just like, no, I'm going back to blonde. She's like, no, it looks so good. I'm like, nope.
Dude, there was a time where I had blonde, like I would bleach but my mom would do it. But so I got lucky because my mom would do it, and I would just buy the product, and she would do it, and it's funny.
It's 7 a.m. James. Obviously,
so okay, that's not too bad. That's about right. I mean, it's the morning. That's not that bad.
We are just getting home from last night. It's not tomorrow yet. Oh my God, James, that is wild. Go get some sleep on.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
That's amazing. Dark hair Danny is so gangster. Thank you. Oh my God.
Gangster.
Thank you. My next appointment is set. Maybe I'll be like, you know what? No,
Could you do a combo? Could you do light and dark?
No, I mean, yeah.
It's got to be one or the other.
Back in my 20s, like my mid 20s, I did the trend of, it was big here where I am. I don't know if it was big everywhere, but I had my dark hair and underneath, like bleached the whole underneath.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So when you put it up in a ponytail, it's like
the two-tone.
Two-tone.
Yeah.
I did that. But yeah, I think I did it like for a couple of months and like, yeah, I'm bored. I get so bored so easily. I'm constantly like one day I left work and I'm like, I'm just gonna go get my second pierce. And I just drove and did it. Like I just, yeah. I used
What
to.
What about doing my hair silver?
Please don't.
Why? Wait, what did James say?
He used to respect you, but he realizes you get all your info from TMZ.
Okay.
Paul, I'm not doing that. Becky and Shelly date night, Dirty Dancing movie. Oh God.
I might get hit for not knowing the line.
Glitch.
I almost got it right.
The Queen must have seen a lot. Both sons running around with evil Andrew and Epstein, Charles and Jimmy Savile. Makes you wonder. Yeah, I'm sure she. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know she's highly respected around the world.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying anything negative about her.
Even by military factions, she's respected like to the T.
You should keep it dark. Oh God.
Welcome to the jungle.
Beckham dyed his hair during his Ricky Martin phase.
It was after that.
Star, I love that. Well, thank you, Wolf. I appreciate that. Embrace your bad bunny.
Ellie, I didn't know the line. I got half of it right. I only missed the name, right?
I said
the
name
line
is the most
except for
important
Barbie
part.
and Baby. That's the only difference. Come on, you got to give me a little bit of credit.
No one puts Barbie in a corner. Beckham had bleached tips in the early 2000s. Oh, Beckham thought he was like the next thing.
I had like a blonde mohawk. I had a lot of stuff in my hair, man. Back when I had a lot of hair.
Do you have a picture of that day you can show me, or that time with the hair?
I don't know, maybe somewhere.
I gotta see it, man. I gotta see it. Man. All right, folks. Well, yeah, that's kind of it for tonight's True Crime and Chill. Yeah, some of these cases, we'll update next week. Corey Richards is starting on 23rd is Monday, I believe. Let me look up the
Dude,
calendar.
there's one case I can't.
Yeah.
We are before you know it, it's going to be March. So that would be 3. I think the case I'm looking forward to the most all year is going to be the Tupac in August. Dude, I cannot wait for that one. Because I've done all this research and all that, and that's the one I cannot wait for.
Yeah,
Is the Diddy stuff going to come out or not? Is that guy going to snitch? All that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, Paul's agreeing with you on that.
Yeah, man, I cannot wait for that. Hey, Paul might even get into that one. You might start watching that one.
The Tupac saga discussion panel. I'm just putting it out here now.
Dude, it's great. All these years later, I just never really looked into it, but how it all just transpired, his career, death row, everything, man. Then the Diddy thing, ends up happening, right? He goes to court, all that, and then the 50 Cent Netflix special about all of it. It's all connected, right? With Biggie, and it's just crazy. I just want to know what's going to come out during the trial of all the connection between Death Row, Tupac, Biggie, the shooting, all of it. It's going to be crazy just to see what comes, if anything comes out. That's all.
James, homies, the whole royal family needs a Danny After Dark investigation. I'm giving you a star, and you get star of the night, comment of the night right there. I'd love a Fergie episode. Remember the time? No, I don't.
Oh, I think I remember that. Like from the 90s, late 90s.
Oh, now I know what I'm looking up on the show's over.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I forgot. She's the redhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember something. I remember something about her.
Not Fergie from Black Eyed Peas, Beckham.
No, the royal lady, the redhead.
The royal lady. Okay.
Whatever her title was, I don't know what her title was.
You know what? No one puts Barbie in a corner. No one. Oh God.
And I'm not watching Dirty Dancing, Shelly.
Princess Fergie, not Princess Fergie. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, Princess.
This was fun tonight. We got listeners around the world. Hello. Well, hello, the British flag.
Oh, we didn't see Karen Diamond tonight.
Oh yeah. I thought she was here earlier. No. So we have Canada tonight, England tonight, Dubai. Man, we're covering the planet.
Beckham making, CrimeCon World. Karen Diamond popping in at the end. Look at that.
Australia, the earth rotated.
Hey, Karen.
Well, hello.
See you. We were just talking. We're like, where's Karen Diamond tonight? Oh, God. Yeah, I am looking forward Monday, the start of the Corey Richards trial, the Moscow Mule Mom, as she's been noted in the media. So I will be following that. If anybody else wants to follow it with me and DM with me during the day or whatnot and be like, hey, did you hear this? If you're into that case.
Oh, she was a Duchess of York. Yeah, I don't remember her. She had some crazy title, or I don't know, man. I need a map. I need pictures and a map on a wall to figure out who's got what crown and connected and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for somebody to break down royalty, there's several people here in the chat that can certainly assist with that. So, yeah. Other than that, I think that's kind of it. So, book club on Tuesday. Again, if anybody has read the book and wants to jump on or just be in the chat and kind of weigh in, or if you haven't read it and you just want to hear my take on it, Tuesday evening, tune in. So that is that, everyone. So thank you for joining this week's True Crime and Chill. Thank you, Beckham, for joining as well and giving us the recap on the Nancy Guthrie case. I love how you came in, you're like, nope, no update, and then you talked for 40 minutes about update.
I got a second win, man. Sorry, it was probably the coffee.
All good. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. See you next week. And remember, until next time, not only do you not put Barbie in a corner, but we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye.